As a child, I grew up with educators as parents. My dad and mom both had teaching degrees. Dad went to law school after being a teacher. Mom was a special education teacher. As I was going through high school, I thought, well, I'm doing pretty well in school. What kind of track should I follow? I thought maybe medical school. But then when I went through undergrad, I realized that those kinds of science classes were not my strength. And so I switched gears to an undergrad in psychology. And then as the 4-year degree was ending, I thought, well, law school might be a good track. My dad really enjoyed it, and I really liked the work that he was able to do in the community. And so that's where I went, and I did enjoy it very much. What was the title of the story that you read this morning?
Tilly and Millie Go Camping.
Tilly and Millie Go Camping. Now, did Tilly and Millie have a great time? Oh, you found one in the title. Good job, Mason. For the most part, I did criminal law for the state of Michigan and for Wayne County. And so as a Wayne County prosecutor, I worked in the appellate department, and I worked to uphold cases that had been prosecuted and led to convictions. I decided to switch to teaching. After my family moved from Michigan, I was working remotely, still working for the state of Michigan. I was working very independently on a computer, but that flexibility allowed me to take a lunch off and go to see my son at school. I would eat lunch with him and see his teachers interacting with him. And the passion that they had for their program, for the students, and for the teaching that they do was incredible. And it just inspired me to think, well, I feel like I could have that spark, that passion, if I was in a classroom like my son's teachers. I would say that the transition from my attorney position to teaching was challenging. I was part of the job embedded program, which my 4-year degree allowed me to enter Pisgah without a teaching degree, but with the promise of finishing a teaching degree as I was teaching. I was studying online while teaching. I had to take praxis exams and finish them in a timely manner while learning to teach. I had to learn all of the procedures that teachers, once they know it, they can do it so easily. But if you don't know how to find where to take attendance, for example, and you have to call your neighbor for help on every little detail like that, it makes the job very challenging. My favorite thing about teaching is celebrating the students' small successes. I am so proud when they are proud of an achievement, completing an assignment, doing better on a weekly read than they did the week before, learning how to subtract, regroup. All of these things may seem like they're steps in the process, but they're such important steps. And if we can celebrate each little step, then by the end of the year, wow, the growth that they will have had and the pride that they'll feel, it's just the best part about teaching.